Popular cultural belief says it doesn't matter what you believe as long as you believe it sincerely and with all your heart. That makes it true. Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10-Minute Torah, day number 2 of the double Torah portion, Nitzavim and Vayelech. Let's continue in Deuteronomy, Devarim, chapter 29. And let's begin with verse number 16 that says, "For you know how we dwelt in the land of Nitzavim, and how we passed through the nations which you passed through. And you saw their abominations and their idols, wood and stone, silver and gold, which were with them. Lest there should be among you a man or a woman or a clan or a tribe, whose heart turns away today from Yahweh our Elohim to go and serve the mighty ones of these nations, lest there should be among you a root bearing bitterness or wormwood. And it shall be, when he hears the words of this curse, that he should bless himself in his heart, saying, I have peace, though I walk in the stubbornness of my heart, in order to add drunkenness to thirst." The next verse says, and Yah won't forgive him. Believing what you think is true. There are a lot of things that people wish were true, and they wish so hard that they convince themselves it must be true because I want to believe it so much. Whatever we attribute power, authority, and influence to, and especially in competition to Yahweh, is an idol. And I'm going to back up and try to say that one more time. Whatever we attribute authority, influence, and power, especially over ourselves, and it stands against Yahweh, whatever that is, it is our idol. When we think about idolatry, typically we think about someone having some kind of figurine or photo or something, a carved image, a trinket of some sort. Maybe it's the classic example is a little Buddha statue sitting on a mantelpiece, or a concrete Virgin Mary in the front yard. We have a few of those around here. It's very popular with especially those of the Catholic faith to attribute power and ability to saints and the Virgin Mary and etc. I have a relative that used to work in a restaurant owned by such a family, and they had a Mary idol at the cash register, and when business was slow, they would go and put little food items or flowers or something other in front of that with the belief that it would help business to pick up. I'm not kidding. So we have crucifixes and St. Christopher's medals and rosary beads and all of those things, holding on to them, believing that they give you power, special favor, something. Yeshua just simply said, no one comes to the Father except through me. Good luck charms. These are not what we think of as idols, perhaps, but they have an idolatrous effect. And while we smile that anybody would have a good luck charm, people still carry rabbit's feet. How they got to be lucky, I don't know. Whatever lucky is. Special coins, wearing their special jewelry, my lucky hat, my lucky shoes. I watch baseball with my wife on occasion, and I watch how pitchers will come off of the mound after they have struck out or attained the last out of the inning. And when they approach the line on the field, there are those that will always step over that line. They won't step on the foul line. Superstition, I don't know, whatever. Whatever you think brings you fortune and good luck. One has, I've often heard it said that luck comes from the name Lucifer. Maybe, maybe not. I haven't done that etymological research. Then there are, of course, absolute false religions, false gods, which are nothing at all. There are no powers that be except for the power that Yah has already established. Whatever authority, whatever influence that comes from the realm of darkness, it originates with Yah. And I'm not trying to say that Yah is evil. It is the usurping of that power and that authority because we open up doors for it to be utilized in the form of lies and deceptions and appealings to the flesh. The only reason that dark power works is because we have dark doors that we open to it. Plain and simple. So no, we don't walk in fear of what Buddha may do to us or what Muhammad, or not Muhammad, the gods of Islam, Allah would do to us. They're nothing. There is no power there if we do not attribute any power to it. Yah says that though you pass through the land where these things are, do not allow yourself to be swayed by them. Don't pay any attention to them. We're warned in the Torah, do not study how that the other nations worship their gods. Don't study their mythologies. When I was a child, in grade school, I thought it fascinating to read the Greek mythologies about Hercules and Perseus and some of the hero origins of their stories, the battles of the gods. Entertaining reading for a child with a wild imagination, but pointless, not a lot of value there. But, we still teach, and as a culture, the legends of St. Nick, the egg-laying rabbit, knock on wood, black cat runs in front of your automobile, you got to put a cross on the windshield. Friday the 13th is bad luck. It's bad luck to break a mirror. It's bad luck to open an umbrella in the house. It's bad luck to walk under a ladder. If your palms are itching, somebody's bringing you money. Your fortunes are written in the stars, the tea leaves, whatever. All of these things we have been taught, they're mere superstitions. They're valueless. They have no point. It's a waste of our time. But people foolishly still attribute some sort of mysticism to these things as if there are values to be derived from them. What does the word say in chapter number 8 of 1 Corinthians? Verse 4 began, "So then, concerning the eating of food offered to idols, we know that an idol is no matter at all in the world, and that there is no other Elohim but one. For even if there are so-called mighty ones, whether in heaven or on earth, as many as there are many mighty ones and many masters, for there is one Elohim, the Father, from whom all came, and for whom we live, and one Master, Yeshua Messiah, through whom all came, and through whom all we live." So there's only one. That's it. Whatever attributes or powers or abilities anyone attributes to anything else, hopefully I'm preaching to the choir and you're all just nodding your head and saying, yes, and you're right. But if not, be warned. Understand these things. In 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 9 and 10, "For they themselves report what kind of reception we had with you, and how you turned to Elohim from idols to serve the living and true Elohim, and to wait for his Son from the heaven, whom he raised from the dead, Yeshua, who is delivering us from the wrath to come." Whether we would understand why or not, there are people who are of supposed intelligence, wisdom, vast knowledge, who still yield themselves to that which is fanciful, imaginative, and empty and vain. Instead of seeking out these mysteries of superstitions, seek out the mystery of the face of the Messiah, found in Yahweh, our Creator. Learn something valuable today, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Till then, shalom.